You have a 1 in 250 chance of getting a job if you see a job advertised online. It's that hard. So how do you get that job then if you're just a number? And who gets that job? Who is a lucky number 1 out of 250? Well, it's somebody that knows someone at the company. Okay, it's always is that case. And so how do you get to know people at a company? Well, number 1, make your LinkedIn profile amazing like I showed you. And in my MBA program, again, in the Platinum program, I actually create your profile for you. Number 2, you want to be able to think like a thought leader. It's like the Rodin sculpture, I think, therefore I am. And the way to think like a thought leader is to write a lot. You got to start somewhere. Okay, Rome was not built in a day. And so what you can do is you can write articles on LinkedIn on whatever sector you're passionate about. And it'll take a little while for it to take off, but I promise you it works. And at first when you do it, man, you feel like you're screaming into the wind because you're not getting any views. But you only have to be writing business one time. And so all it takes is one great post on LinkedIn for people to take notice of you. And I'll give you an example here of another doctor in my program. Oddly enough, I have a ton of doctors. And we'll look here at Dr. Mark Vincent Besa. So he's a doctor based in the Philippines, great guy. And what he did actually during 2020, in my first year of my MBA program, he started writing an article every single week. And although he didn't get a lot of views, after 6 months, what happened was the World Health Organization reached out to him to offer him a job. Why? Because he shared his opinions at that point in time on COVID. And people do take notice after a while. And so what I recommend you do is you repurpose your content as well. And this is what Gary Vaynerchuk does. And this is what Nintendo has been doing since, I don't know, a couple decades or so. Nintendo's the oldest tech company in history. What Nintendo does is they release these great games on old platforms like the 16-bit or 8-bit or 64-bit Nintendo systems. Then they re-release those same games on future platforms like the GameCube, the Switch, and the Wii U. And by re-releasing those games, you're repurposing your content, which is a very high margin business. So what, Chris? What does this have to do with me becoming a thought leader? Well, what you can do is you write one article per week and you post it on LinkedIn. Okay. Then after 2 years of doing that, after about 100 weeks, you take all 100 articles and you put them together in a book. And that's what I did with my first book called 101 Crucial Lessons They Don't Teach You in Business School. I repurposed all of those articles. It was just a copy and paste job. And it really helped me a lot, and it's helped a ton of my students as well writing a book. And I'm going to show you how to write a book really quickly in a second. It costs you nothing to do it, and I'll show you how to post it on Kindle, as well as Amazon Print and ACX, which is Audible. So all you need to do is just download a template I'm going to provide you with. So go to my website, which is harounmba.com/ all lowercase, write book, okay? Write dash book, all lowercase. And when you're here, what you can do is you can download a template I created for you. And if you know how to use Microsoft Word and a browser, which everybody does, then you can publish a book as well. And so in this simplistic template, it's 6 inches by 9 inches, okay, the book template. And all you have to do is just copy and paste your LinkedIn articles directly to here, or write directly, yeah, it opened, write directly here into this template. There's one page of instructions at the beginning. It's free to use, of course. They'll tell you how to publish on Kindle, paper, and audio format. And then what you do is you put a nice forward here, dedicating this to your mom and dad who gave you the faith and confidence to know in my heart that you can accomplish anything in life. I love you, mom and dad, if you're watching. Okay. Then what you do is you write the entire thing, and then you right click here on, and then you select repaginate, which apparently is a word. And you bring this with you to all future meetings, okay? Meaning interviews or informational meetings or meetings with customers. And if you think this is too much work, then I want you to ask yourself this. How badly do you want this job, or how badly do you want this customer? Tons of my students have written books. When you publish your book, let me know so I can buy it on Amazon, support you, and profile it here live on my weekly webcast.